Hello, my lovely ones. Today I'm getting back to you with a so much waited video on family constellations. As you know, I'm a very passionate family constellation facilitator and I could talk about this topic for hours. However, today I will try to answer all your questions in this brief video. Family constellations are a very powerful solution-focused therapeutic approach developed by the German psychoanalyst Bert Hellinger. While the first name associated to systemic family therapy is that of Virginia Satir with her family sculpture and family reconstructions, the constellation work, the way we know it today, is the result of the way Hellinger developed the method. Although the name might make you think of that, family constellations have nothing to do with astrology. They are rather a representation of our inner map, as we perceive it, of the dynamics in our family. Imagine that you would like to draw a map of the relationships and connections in your family, then you would be getting a constellation. You may also come across constellations being called systemic constellations, because in reality, with everything that we are part of, we create a system. Therefore, this work can be applied not only to the family system, but to any kind of system that we are part of, be it organizational, personal, religious, political, and so on. Just imagine, what did it take for you to be alive today? 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, 16 second great-grandparents, and so on. How many difficulties, how much suffering, how many struggles and battles, how many love stories, how many expressions of hope did your ancestors have to go through for you to be present in this very moment, for you to be alive now? While traditional therapies focus largely on the client, constellations work with the whole picture of the individual as part of a larger system, the family. Many times, the dynamics that are present in our families end up getting projected on other areas of our life. Working in a safe and nurturing environment, family constellations can reveal how hidden loyalties and identifications can lead to repeating patterns of difficulties that can affect family members over generations. When these loyalties and identifications are brought into conscious awareness, we are able to relax and become capable of changing previously intractable patterns of behavior. It gives us the strength to fully arrive in our life. From a systemic point of view, problems are unsuccessful attempts to express love, and that love is what I use in family constellations to bring healing. The main goal of family constellations is to help us become aware of our family mechanisms that dwell within us. We are the result of a long family chain. Our parents, their grandparents, great-great-parents live in our depths, even though we might have never known them. Brothers and sisters, uncle and aunts, they all live inside us. Even the friends of our family, adults, that we loved or hated during childhood, the staff of the house, professors or teachers, the doctor, the priest, the teenagers who were our close friends and classmates, they all live inside us. The type of issues we could work on in a family constellation vary. They can range from failure in different areas of life, financial problems, family issues, repeated attraction of toxic relationships, feeling pressured, depression, anxiety, addictions, trauma, grief, obsessive thoughts, physical illness, phobias. I would even go as far as to say that we can work on anything. To start a constellation, I, as a facilitator, will be carrying out an interview with the issue holder. I will be mainly asking very practical questions about their family history, such as if their parents are still alive, if they are still together, if anybody went to war, for example, or if there were any abortion, miscarriages in the family, or if anyone was excluded from the family, or of course if there was any dramatic event that took place in the family history. Following the interview, depending on the answers that the issue holder gives, I would be suggesting who are the family members or the aspects of life that need to be included in the constellation. Once I communicate that, I will ask the issue holder to choose representatives from the group to stand in the constellation for these family members or aspects of life. The issue holder will be intuitively choosing the representatives as well as placing them in the constellation according to their inner representation of the dynamic that we are working on. Once a constellation is set up, a field that holds the knowledge of the issue holder system that we are working on becomes available. Unlike psychodrama, the representatives do not act, pose, dialogue, or role play. They have little or no factual knowledge about who they represent, in fact, but they are just meant to get in touch with how they feel and report back when asked by the facilitator. The reports on how the representative feels in the constellation give the facilitator information on how to further guide the constellation. We will be amazed to see that representatives mirror exact feelings, sensations, or even gesture, as well as words of the real family members they represent. During the constellation, the facilitator may suggest healing sentences to be spoken out loud by the representatives. A healing resolution for the issue generally is achieved after repositioning the representatives or adding key members of the system who might have been forgotten or written out of the family history, depending on the guidance of the facilitator. When the facilitator feels that the healing resolution has taken place, the issue holder is invited to replace their representative in the constellation. This allows the issue holder to perceive how it feels to be part of a reconfigured system. When everyone feels comfortable in their momentary position, the constellation concludes. While constellations can be quite strong emotional work, the main force guiding me as a facilitator is love. And I especially pay attention to maintain it is a primary leading force in the workshop. The healing that takes place in a constellation is also referred to as a shift from blind love to love that sees. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it helped you in getting some basic understanding of what family constellations are about, and that it also stirred your curiosity to join me in one of my workshops. Please feel free to also contact me if you have more questions or would like to know when my next constellation workshop is. I look forward to welcoming you to one of my family constellation workshops so that you can set yourself free from your family entanglements and invisible loyalties and start living the truly free life you want and deserve. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Until then, stay with love and joy.